Yeah, good morning. We're starting out with some clouds and some raindrops on the camera in Springfield. It's 62 degrees on north winds, and we've got some sprinkles out there. It's mostly cloudy to overcast across the Ozarks, but you can see that not a lot of this rain is pretty widespread yet. It's been some pretty light sprinkles around West Plains, Mountain View, back towards Dora and Gainesville, and then another batch from Joplin, riding Highway 60 pretty much through Monette, Aurora into Springfield, Republic, and Willard. A lot of it is pretty light and spotty right now, but we'll see more in the way of rain arrive by this afternoon. 62 in Springfield right now, and in Mountain Grove it's 62 in Ava and 63 in Branson. Grab the umbrellas this morning. By dismissal, we'll have some scattered showers possible with a temperature of 67. The Springfield Cardinals' first pitch is at 6:30. Chance of showers there too, so grab those ponchos. We'll see that rain continue to arrive by noon here today. We're looking at some spotty showers and rumbles of thunder through the afternoon, and then into the overnight, and then again into tomorrow. The front that's splicing the area this morning doesn't really go all that far through about early Thursday. So more clouds Tuesday and Wednesday with some scattered showers, temperatures in the upper 60s. It looks like we could get some of that rain to exit by later on Thursday. Joe, Lauren.
Making news now, April 2nd was a National Day of Silence to spread awareness about LGBTQ bullying. But now the NAACP and Springfield Public Schools are not keeping quiet about something that happened at Kickapoo High School that day earlier this month. Posters commemorating the Day of Silence were ripped down, and that same day students drove in the school's parking lot with a Confederate flag. In a press release yesterday, the NAACP says it stands against any actions that demean people. The organization also claimed students were bullied online and wants SPS to enforce anti-cyberbullying policies. The NAACP is asking the district to adopt a zero-tolerance policy for displaying the Confederate flag. Now, SPS spokesperson Stephen Hall responded to those comments last night, saying in part, district policy does include cyberbullying. He says the students involved in the incident were disciplined appropriately and that parents and students received messages making it clear disrespect of any kind is not tolerated. Hall says school leaders continue to work with LGBTQ students to show support for their safety and well-being.
We want to follow up on a busy night from City Hall. Possible new regulations for payday lenders in Springfield is a big issue that was discussed at the council meeting. Two ordinances are on the table. Both include a requirement for lenders to provide info about the true cost of a loan and how much they would pay in fees and interest in a year. Plus, lenders would have to have information about programs that can help rescue people out of the loans. Basically, the only difference here in these ordinances is a $5,000 permit fee per company. However, people like Kathy Lutz have had bad experiences with payday loans and say to stay away.
It's easy to do because you tell yourself you're going to pay for it next payday. You're not going to let it go more than one payday. Something will happen because that is how life works. My husband calls them boulders from outer space. They just drop right in the middle of your life when you least need them to.
Important to note here, the council did not vote on anything last night. This is just the first reading on this, so expect more to come later on. However, there was a lot of other things going on at City Council as well.
That's right. We want to show you some of the other items from last night's agenda that council did act on. Members voted unanimously to elect Zone 1 Councilwoman Phyllis Ferguson as its new mayor pro tem. Ferguson replaces Councilwoman Jan Fisk in that role. Council
also passed a proposal to add minimum distance requirements for medical marijuana dispensaries and manufacturing facilities from schools, daycares, and churches. That'll get voted on in 2 weeks.
City Council approved a minimum lot width requirement for existing lots in the Phelps Grove Urban Conservation District and established regulations for all new construction in the neighborhood.
And 6 new projects approved by council. Those include a Jordan Valley Ice Park cooling tower, College Station and Hers car park maintenance, along with Boonville and Central parking lot improvements.
You might remember yesterday we told you about a forum on school safety in Springfield. Well, Associate Executive Director for the Missouri School Board Association, as well as Springfield Board of Education member Jerry Lee, now says the focus is keeping kids safe by prevention.
Changes with the focus of a lot of effort that needs to be done on a preventive basis rather than mitigation after the fact, dealing a lot with mental health, dealing with things that's going on in school to hopefully address the causes of what's happening as opposed to the symptoms of what's happening.
The panel also discussed the use of metal detectors. School Police Director Jim Farrell says metal detectors are not always foolproof, though, as sometimes items can slip past screeners. And in your education coverage, next school year, many elementary students in Arkansas will get double the recess time.
That's right. A new law increases playtime from 20 to 40 minutes a day. Hannah Zettel joins us live with the explanation.
That's right, Joe and Lauren. Several North Little Rock schools were part of a pilot project earlier this year, testing out extended recess, some even 1 hour long. School officials say the students, of course, enjoyed it, even stayed more on task. But for teachers, it cut into their instruction time more than they expected. School will still start at 7:50, but instead of that final bell ringing at 2:30, it will be at 2:50 to avoid lost instruction time. Some will extend lunchtime recess by 10 minutes and have another 10 at the end of the day. Others will use it to fix tardiness. They say this new law strikes a compromise.
Putting that extra recess first thing in the morning, so that can be an incentive to get kids to school on time. And then if they are a little bit late, it's not taking out of instruction. They need to communicate with one another. They need to work on problem solving. They need to work together to come up with a game or solve differences. I think it's going to be a win-win for everybody.
Principals and other staff at each of the district's 9 elementary schools will decide how to split up those 40 minutes of playtime.
Bringing you some more local news this morning. After a busy year full of hard work, the Ozark JROTC cadets will take some time to play today. Beginning at 9 a.m., the Ozark High School soccer fields will host this event. The National Guard brings in a helicopter to take each cadet on a brief flight. Nearly 50 will get to take part in that experience.
Senator Roy Blunt will be in town today to get an update on the construction of the new maintenance hangar at the Aviation Classification Repair Activity Depot. This is costing about $32 million. He'll also discuss AVCRAD's role in serving Army National Guard aviation units. Senator will arrive at 2 o'clock today.
And also happening today, the Mayor's Commission for Children will announce the results of its Readiness for Kindergarten 2018 continuational study. The study, conducted roughly every 4 years, is to ensure area kids are ready to start kindergarten. The findings will be presented this morning at 10 a.m. at the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
Greene County has one of the state's highest rates of emergency room visits from opioid misuse and overdose. That's according to the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services. So a presentation to try and prevent addiction will be tonight at the Library Center at 6 o'clock. It'll give adults a better idea of how to balance the medical benefits of opioids with the potential for addiction, as well as how to learn to safely manage your prescription medications.
Tonight, findings from 5th grade students at Roundtree Elementary who have been working on an in-depth collaborative project called PYP Exhibition will be presented from 5 to 7 at the school. That project gives students a chance to inquire about real-world problems that affect local and global communities. Subjects the students chose to research range from deforestation to healthcare to microfinancing, even gender equality. And a few trends happening this morning. CBS This Morning is covering the bombings in Sri Lanka. That's a developing story, of course, that began Easter Sunday. And ISIS has now claimed responsibility for those attacks. CBS This Morning also saying they have some new video of potential suspects of the bombers before they carried out those attacks. So that will be shown.
4 Americans killed among the more than 300 now that are dead. That's what we've been reporting so far today. So you'll want to watch CBS This Morning and make sure that you have that and are up to date with that. And then before we head out today, Elisa Rapp is here to tell us about the what's the word you've been using all morning? It's like I've been listening to you or something.
Unsettled.
Unsettled. There it is. That's what it is.
Scattered showers. Grab the umbrellas. 67 degrees by dismissal with some of those spotty showers rolling through. Same thing tomorrow. We stay unsettled through probably the first half of Thursday.
You know, she probably would have been happy if you would have said rain, too.
Yeah, that might have worked. Sorry, gang.
Some brownie points. Take a look at a little bit of that on our tower cam. Hope you all have a great Tuesday.